right. Let it go. Bielsa. Here we go. So the triangle angle sum theorem. This is our first theorem. The triangle angle sum theorem means that the sum of the measures of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Take a point. So that means that we would take the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C, and that would have to equal 180 degrees for it to be a triangle. Do you agree or disagree so far? Fantastic. You learned that in like the 2nd grade, right? So how would we find the measure of angle C? How would we find that X value?
Add 58 plus 62.
We would add 58 and 62, and then we would subtract it from what?
180.
Okay, so do that. Without talking out loud. Just do it quietly at your desk on your paper. Okay, then write it down, Pumpkin. Anywhere on your paper? I'm not. He does. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, what did we get for the measure of angle C? How did we get 60?
58 plus
I thought y'all were hollering. I agree. Does anybody have any questions so far?
No.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Are we ready for the next theorem? Okay. So the next theorem talks about exterior angles. I'm almost ready. Almost ready.
Where do you find pencils? Okay. Okay.
Probably weak the oddest though.
I got this. Why are you down me?
I don't. She draws all the time.
Alright, so the exterior angle theorem talks about angles on the outside. That's what exterior means. So if you have an angle on the outside, that would be like angle 3. And the way you make that, so these two blanks say exterior angles. So exterior angles are formed by extending one side of the triangle. We're going crazy. We're not changing up math. Alright, and an exterior angle is always equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent interior angles. So which two angles are not adjacent to that angle 3? 59 and 65. So the measure of angle 3 is 59 plus 65. And what would that be? 120 what? It doesn't have to be drawn to scale, baby. Now, what's another way that we could find angle 3? Can y'all please let Kimberly in? What's another way that we could find angle 3 if we had this angle right here? If I gave you this angle and not 59, how could we find that? Well, if we didn't have 59 here, say this 59 was right here instead, how would we find that? Ignore this. Pretend that angle is 59 degrees. How could we find angle 3?
Subtract it by 180.
Subtract it from 180, because what kind of angles are those?
Linear.
Linear pair, and they're adjacent. Hallelujah. Take a point. Okay, are we ready to try some down here? So I want to start by finding the measure of angle Y. Now, let's ignore this part right here. Is angle Y on the outside of that triangle?
Yes.
It is. And what are the two non-adjacent angles?
80 and 47.
So what would we do with those two angles to find Y? We would add them together because it says right here an exterior angle is always the sum, so add them together. What's 80 plus 47?
127.
So angle Y is 127 degrees. Use that information to find X and Z. Go. And we're going to show all our work like it told us to. So we're going to write the measure of angle Y equals 47 plus 80, which is 127 degrees. Stop that. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the measure of angle X?
53.
53? How'd y'all get 53?
180.
180 minus 127? Look at us go. Did you show your work like it told you to? What if I counted off if you didn't show your work? Alright, and what's the measure of angle Z?
19.
How did y'all get that?
127 plus 34. Then you subtract that from 180.
So you did 180 minus 127 plus 34. Go take a point, Travis. And you got 19? Any questions?
Did you see that picture I sent you while I was gone?
I did, and I forgot to text you back. I'm sorry.
No. Picture of me after that.
All right, so are you ready to talk about your homework?
Yes.
Get out your homework sheet because it's easy enough that you can actually finish it now and turn it in. It's in the top drawer of your tower. Are we ready? Are we ready? What up? Oh, it's not. You need your notes out. So that's it. Alright, so this says, it gives you some examples on how to do stuff up here, right? It's crazy. Then it says, place the letter in the blank above its measure to reveal an interesting fact about our 49th state. Who knows what our 49th state is? Alaska. Okay, so how would we find the measure of angle A? Let's do that first.
35 plus 28, 180 minus that.
Okay, so do that.
117.
The measure of angle A is 180 minus 35 plus 28.
$117.
117 degrees. So above 117, what letter are we going to write?
A.
A. Let's go do that.
I want to finish that.
Alright, what about C? How would you find the measure of angle C? 180 minus 28. Take a point. And what's 180 minus 28?
152.
Alright, so what are we going to write above 152?
C.
Let's do that.
Wait, so what's the point of the extending angles again?
So the extended angles, what does it say in your notes?
One side, our form of one-sided triangle are always equal to the sum of two non-adjacent interior angles.
So you would take these two and add them together. And that gives you C. Or you can subtract from 180.
Yeah, I know, but like, why is it there? That's what I was
Because we like to party.
asking. It's just there to be there.
We party hard with our angles.
So on E and F, do we like divide 155 in half?
No. What would the measure of F be?
60.
How did you get that?
I mean 45.
How did you get that?
25.
That's a right.
25 degrees. Because 155 minus 180, or 180 minus 155 is 25 degrees.
I was thinking about the right angle.
Now, if this is 25, what does E have to be?
15. No.
What is 90 minus 25?
65.
Okay, so this is 65 degrees. Does everybody see how I got 65 degrees?
But it doesn't equal 180 for the 155.
Right, baby. This doesn't have to equal 180. This plus this has to equal 155. What's 90 plus 65?
Oh, yeah.
And then 155 plus 25 is 180.
Alright, but
And then if you add all these up, it's 180.
could E and F not be 45?
No, baby, because this is 155.
Oh, alright.
Okay.
Oh, so this has to equal the. Alright.
Okay, are we all together on what's happening?
I got it now.
Okay, so above 65, we're going to write E.
Miss McMurray?
No, ma'am.
Is this Miss Harvey's room?
No, this is Miss Asbury.
Thank you, I'm sorry.
Miss McMurray, what?
I get called Miss Harvey an awful lot, too.
This used to be her room.
Nope. We both have brown curly hair. That's it. We're both white women with brown curly hair. That's it. We don't look alike. We don't sound alike. She's a very nice lady.
Isn't she the French teacher?
hmm
Oh, okay.
And we both work together at Montevallo.
Yeah, really?
hmm
Do you do any athletics?
I coached cheer at Montevallo, but I don't do anything here. All right. What? Ooh, this is a good one. All right. What's the measure of angle G?
Ooh.
37.
How'd you get 37?
180 minus 143.
Okay. Now, can we find I from using 37 and 44?
Yes.
We can. What's the measure of I?
81.
81. So if I is 81, what does H have to be?
99.
How'd you get that?
Because of 81.
I just wanted you to tell me 180 minus 81. That's it.
Okay.
But you did the convoluted. But I like where you were going. Alright, so above 37, we're going to write G. I love word searches. I love these decoder things. These are my favorite.
In the mall.
I will. If I can find some more, I will. I love these and mazes. You have a maze to do tomorrow when you walk in the door.
So,
I didn't stutter at all. It's not. Stop talking to me.
I'm wondering what in the world this is about to spell because it says an E-I-E.
The cat something.
The kata.
The cat.
I don't know a word that starts with E and ends with E.
A lot of these.
Exercise?
Europe.
Wow. I wasn't thinking. Thanks for telling me the word though. That's not it.
I don't think that's it, baby.
I looked back down at it and I was like, that's not it.
All right, what about humana, K? What could K be? It could be another one. But what specific one is K?
That is,
What's 180 minus 57? What?
123.
123. I think that's our only K.
Mhm.
All right. What about N?
40.
Mm-hmm. All right. What about O?
83.
How'd you get that?
You add 57 40 and subtract it from
Mm-hmm. The COA.
What's O? 83.
I don't know. Did you add it together?
Did you listen?
Did you pay attention?
I don't know.
Were you there when we did this? Why are you growling at me?
Control. No.
Alaska is
something.
either cat till something.
All right, what would L be? We need L.
97.
Dang, Travis.
I mean, we just subtracting, y'all. It's not like
I know, what you doing?
we ending world. Yeah, we subtracting, baby. We're not doing anything crazy.
Hey, boy, I'm still trying to find where these letters go. Like, I'll find a 65. I'm like, damn,
All right, finish it for homework. Hasta mañana. Me too, and I don't want to leave until I finish it.
I gotta go to health class.
I know.
Can't do puzzles because once I get started, I think I have to.
Yes, yes.
And if somebody messes with